mindset, books, podcasts, meditation, journaling, waking up at 5 a.m, going to the gym, affirmations, law of attraction, cold showers. Do any of these sound familiar? Yes, self-help or self-improvement is ravaged at us most of the time through the interwebs. It's almost like you can't even escape it at this point. It's all over YouTube, it's in every single book that people seem to be recommending on Instagram, TikTok, all over social media. It seems to be the antidote to all of our issues that we feel. Go read this book. Go do this meditation. Go repeat these 5 affirmations in the mirror. Stop thinking negatively. These are very useful things to do for sure. Improving your life is genuinely part of life that is necessary to progress, to improve your life. It is necessary. But when it's used to the extreme that it seems to be doing these days, or as a way to ignore deeper issues that we face, trauma or problems, is when it starts to get a little bit toxic and counterproductive, because instead of improving your life, it can actually be making it sort of worse. Ironic, right? A lot of gurus sell this idea of self-improvement, enlightenment, getting to the perfect mindset as the answer to everything. How to make money, how to find love, the perfect relationship, how to start a business, how to never have a negative thought ever again in your life, right? It's the key to the perfect life that we want. Well, I think differently. It is, number one, definitely not as easy as the internet portrays it in terms of progressing and self-improvement. It is definitely oversimplified. The gurus might say, go do this meditation, or go for a morning walk and listen to a podcast every morning. However, it is not that simple. It is not as simple to improve the self by going out for a walk and listening to a podcast. There are sometimes times when that will genuinely help, for sure. But if there is genuinely like a deeper issue under the surface that we're ignoring by listening to podcasts or by taking a cold shower, that are not getting addressed, then that is only kind of a short-term alleviation. And just a disclaimer, I'm not a psychologist or a trained doctor. This is just an opinion, a perspective on the internet. Take it or leave it, and also you should always question things. Anyway, if what I'm saying you're questioning, that is good. A good sign. It is effing hard to improve yourself fundamentally. Not just fundamentally, but to keep it long term, it is so difficult. And again, this oversimplification. Most successful people, whatever success means to you, probably don't obsess over a perfect morning routine. Why do I sound Australian? I'm literally not Australian. They don't obsess over a perfect morning routine that takes over 4 hours to do, which there is nothing wrong with that if you genuinely find value in it, or reading 50 books a week, or listening to 3 hours of podcasts a day, chanting affirmations in the mirror. Again, there's nothing wrong with these things. It's like when you are obsessing over it and you feel you can't, you have to do them. Like all of these things, you have to do them, otherwise you're not improving yourself. Waking up at 5 a.m. and jumping in a cold shower every single morning, even though you really don't want to do it, and it's actually making you, it's not what your body wants. Like maybe you're doing this 5 a.m. thing, but maybe you're going to bed at like 1 a.m. and then you end up with sleep deprivation, and then you can't focus, function, do what you want to do within the day, you know? I personally wake up earlier, but it's because I want to do it, like even though I don't want to do it. You know, when you wake up and the alarm goes off, you're like, I don't want to get out of bed. Of course, that's normal. But when you force yourself to like wake up at 5 a.m. and you have been doing it for a few months and you still are not liking the schedule, why force yourself to keep doing it? It's not actually adding value to your life, basically. It just isn't reality. Like this obsession around personal development can hinder and might be hindering your progress, basically. If you want to start a business, why not go out there and do it? Which might seem like, oh my gosh, but I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the skills, the connections. Well, obviously you don't. When you're starting out a business, often you don't have any of those things, but you go out and you trial and error and you build the connections, by going out and experiencing it in the real world, rather than sitting in your room or your house or your garden, wherever it is, and journaling and affirmations and meditating and listening to podcasts, reading books, cold showers. Like, all of these things are really good, but when it's not being applied into the real life, what is the actual point of just sitting, like, doing the things you're doing to self-improve? And then it's just like, I think Better Ideas came up with a good metaphor. It's like, you're just sharpening your sword. For what end? You're just sharpening your sword indoors, and you're never going out and using the sword. But it's better to go out with a blunt sword and to sharpen it along the way with the lessons you learn, I guess. Why does that take so long to figure out what that saying was? The lessons you learn along the way, which is sharpening your sword along the way, rather than literally obsessing over personal development, which so many people, myself included, going out and doing things will probably make you improve a lot faster trying to just perfect your mind or your body. Life is a series of trial and error. Genuinely, I think it's around, you have to try something around 75 times before you can get the perfect solution, I guess. Yeah, again, life is like trial and error. It's full of like little experiments that give you lessons that you can take into the future and refine whatever it is you want to do by taking these lessons, learning from your mistakes, which are inevitable. And to be honest, if I'm being quite frank, there are no mistakes, only lessons, but they're only lessons if you learn from the mistakes. So me personally, I spent around 1.5 years just literally obsessing over personal development, over all kind of areas when it comes to journaling, meditation, waking up early, yoga, stretching, breath work, cold showers. What else have I not mentioned that I used to do? I used to do like law of attraction stuff. I would write out, like, I would journal every day twice. I would write what my ideal life would look like, and then I also did another journaling exercise. It'd take me so long and I hated it. Why do I sound Australian again? All of these things in combination was like around 10 different things I would do every day, and it literally made me want to give up, because I would force myself to do all of these bloody personal development things, but it was actually making me hate my life because I was forcing myself to do all these things, and it's too much. When you start a habit, it needs to be like one at a time to make it more long term. But when you're trying to do 10 different new habits, 10 different new things that are really challenging, because personal development is challenging, to like journal about deep questions about yourself, and I guess is really challenging. And for you to do that from day one, and on the top, waking up at 5 a.m, having a cold shower, meditating for 30 minutes, going for a run, all at once, it's like a truck just hit you. And no wonder people are getting frustrated or not seeing any progress. It's like, just go out. As soon as I'd said to myself, right, this is it, I am done, I literally am so over personal development, and just went out there, moved to London and just got some experience. And that is when the real personal development happened, and actually going out into the world and trying anything. I was just trying to perfect, sharpen my sword without doing anything. So the moral of this entire video, I guess, is personal development activities, like the things I've mentioned throughout this video, so important for sure. But one thing is, we are not the same. Like, everybody is so different. Journaling might be the key. Journaling might be that thing that one person really benefits from, and it helps them grow exponentially. On the other hand, another person standing right next to them might absolutely find no value in journaling. They prefer to have conversations with people, they prefer to meditate, or they prefer to go for a walk. You know, like, people are different. One thing will work for one person, may not work for another person. And also, to go out there and do it, instead of like hesitating and trying to perfect everything in your life before you go out and do anything. It's better to just go out there and do it, and sharpen your sword along the way, gain the skills, the lessons, the development as you go. And it's gonna be uncomfortable, like it will be, but it's how we actually properly progress, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe this video is completely irrelevant to everything, but it's just my opinion, and that's what I'm doing on this channel, is sharing my opinions, challenging people are doing things, or challenging the way I used to do things, because I definitely used to be obsessed with personal development myself. So yeah, I hope this video was taken with a pinch of salt, of course, as you should take everything with a pinch of salt. I'm georgiarpeck. I make videos. I try to upload every other week. See you in my next video. Also, comment down below if this is something you resonate with and if you have also seen this pattern. Yeah. Bye!